What's up, guys? What's up? Today I want to talk about the dynamic between a barber and a shop owner. The mindset you gotta have to have long-term success. There's a lot of problems, there's a lot of challenges on both sides. Whether you're a barber or you're a shop owner, we both have our challenges. Now, I've been a barber for 13 years. I haven't cut full-time in the last 3 years, and these days I'm not cutting at all, but I cut hair full-time for 10 years. I've been a barber, I've also been a shop owner. I kind of have those perspectives. I've done it in a way that I like to think is successful. I don't run into a lot of the challenges that barbers and shop owners run into, the most common challenges that barbers and shop owners run into. I don't necessarily have those issues, and I'll explain why in just a bit. I've always had this mindset when I was a barber full time that I owned my results. I owned whether I was going to be successful or not, and I wasn't going to blame anybody for my situation. Whether it was a good one or it was a bad one, I was always going to take ownership of it and figure the shit out. I remember posting on my Instagram, and
he took ownership of everything. He asked the barbershop owners how he could add value to the team. And if something wasn't done, he didn't get upset at the owner. He didn't start doing these what about isms and saying, you know, this guy should be doing this guy should be doing that. If you want it done, you take ownership, even if it's not yours, and you do it.
And in that post, I'm not saying take ownership of the shop and step on shop owners' toes. There's a lot of comments under that video where it went over people's heads, and they assume that I'm telling people to not listen to the shop owner, to do whatever the hell you want in their business. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is take ownership of you. If the shop is not successful, why isn't it successful? And do something about it. Try to help. Like, it's your shop too. Taking ownership is super important, because I would argue that a huge portion of the barber population, they have this dependent mindset. They want to be self-employed, but blame a lot of their problems, a lot of their challenges on the shop owner. That would be like me opening a barbershop and blaming my landlord, the owner of the building, for why my shop is slow. And talking about the landlord and putting all my energy and all my mental wavelengths, and you guys get what I'm saying, spending a bunch of my time blaming something and someone that's irrelevant. Because although, yeah, that could be a challenge, it's not the reason why you're not successful. That's just a small fraction of it, right? I think that a barber who has the right mindset, in that they take ownership of their situation, of their success or their failures, that's the right mindset to have, because at least you're doing something that moves you forward. Where there's a lot of barbers that seem to not have that mindset. And now let's talk about shop owners. You have shop owners who have the mentality that if I'm booth rent, your success is not my responsibility. You pay rent, you do whatever you want. As long as I get my rent, it is what it is. That's true by law. That's true to an extent, because here's the other side of it. A lot of barbers, they want their cake and eat it too. A lot of barbers will say, legally, shop owners can't tell me what to do, can't tell me how much to charge, can't tell me this, can't tell me that. But then you want to tell shop owners how they should do their business. You know, you don't have to work there. I think if everybody just took ownership, they'd be happy. They'd be happy long term, where people just want to benefit 100% of the time. When you're self-employed, when you have a business, it doesn't work like that. If you want that, go get a job, a W-2 job. There's nothing wrong with that, if that's what you want. There's different types of lifestyles for people. Let's look at the shop owners. As a shop owner, I've always had the mindset that my team's success is my responsibility. Now, don't get me wrong, people can still fail no matter how much you care, because there's people who don't participate in their own rescue. And this is what I mean by the barbers who don't take ownership. You need both to have the perfect dynamic, to have the Jordan Pippen results. You need a barber who takes ownership, and you need a shop owner who feels responsible for their team's success. When you have those two together, man, success comes often and comes quickly, but you need both. And what I find is there's a lot of shop owners that are in situations where they don't feel like they can find good help. They don't feel like they can find barbers with that ownership mindset. And there's a lot of barbers who don't feel like they can find a shop where the shop owner cares about their team's success. Now, I want to show you guys some results that we've had in the last 3 months. So this year, 2023, in the last 3 months, we've hired 12 new barbers. Almost all of them are from out of town or from out of state, and pretty much all of them started from zero clientele. 12 in the last 3 months, zero clientele. I've been posting on my Instagram the results. Most shop owners can't hire one barber and guarantee they can pay their bills week one. Our barbers, when we hire you, our intent is to make you a 6-figure barber by the end of year one. And what does that mean? About $8,400, $8,500 a month is six figure, because in 12 months, you'll be at six figures. So I want our barbers by the end of year one to be consistently making $8,400 a month, if that's what they want to do. That doesn't come by accident. You have to build systems, you have to execute those systems, and you have to have people who are on board with the mission. And so we always hire the right people. We didn't in the past, we're starting to now, because we have it all mapped out. And when we hire people, they know exactly what they're getting into, they know exactly what we expect of them and what they can expect from us. And that we are a team and we want results for them. And those results are whatever their goals are. So when people sign on to us, they're signing on to that mission. They know exactly why we're doing, what we're doing, and how we're gonna do it. They know exactly how. A lot of shop owners don't even have a system in place, a blueprint, a roadmap, nothing. Their barbers will join their team and they set up their station and that's it. All right, let's see how this goes. That's a problem. If you look at the numbers of our last 12 hires in the last 3 months, all of them have seen substantial growth. We've had guys in their first year out of barber school make $120,000 their first year. We have guys like Mo, third month, moved from Georgia, zero clientele, came to this shop, $3,500 a week consistently since month 2, since month 1 really. I'm showing you guys other guys who first week $1,000, by their third week they're making $2,000 a month. $2,300 a month. They're on their way. At $2,300, you're there. You're at six figures. So a couple months later, you're already at six figures, on pace to hit six figures, right? And then we've got guys who week 1, $600. They're a little bit slower, but then by week 2, they're at $750 all of a sudden. Week 3, they're at $1,000 all of a sudden. Week 4, they're at $1,300. Week 5, they're at $1,500. And this is with 12 barbers starting in the last 3 months. There's a lot of people who are in situations where they've been in a shop the last 6 months. They've been the only hire and they still haven't hit 2,000 a week. I remember when I was first sharing some of our success stories, people thought we were lying. And it's interesting because I also remember working at other people's barbershops, and when shit was slow, the shop owner would share other people's failure stories, and that was acceptable. Oh, I went to Fulanos, I went to this guy, all of them are slow right now. That's why we're slow. And that's acceptable. But when somebody shares success stories that are out of the norm, because the way we operate, the teams we're building, they're not normal. Not in this industry. And unfortunately, the standard's not set very high. So I can tell you that we're doing this. Part of the reason why I created Pi Accounting, which is an accounting firm specializing in barbers and professionals in the beauty industry. We have, I believe, 12 employees, over 160 barbers in the business, and it's been 4 or 5 months that we've been operating. Part of that reason is because I wanted my guys to be able to buy a house. I wanted my guys to be able to invest in real estate. I wanted my guys to be able to get loans for businesses if they want to open their own location. And so we had to create this for them because it's not out there. It's not enough to have a bookkeeper, an accountant, a CPA. You got to have all of it. You got to have the bookkeeper, you got to have an accountant, you got to have a tax strategist, you got to have a mortgage broker, you got to have credit repair, you got to have all of it together so that everybody's working together towards the same mission. When you have too many parts that are not connected, not linked, everybody's doing their thing, and it just doesn't create the solution we're trying to create. A lot of people thought, what we were doing is fake, except all of our barbers have spreadsheets, so they track everything on their own. They have P&Ls that Pi Accounting tracks for them, and then we can match things up and see, you ain't been depositing all your cash, have you? So we can match all those things up, and they have tax returns, and they can buy houses. So this isn't fake. It's not fake, okay? I'm not gonna sacrifice an accounting firm that's on pace to make 7 figures its first year in business to lie about somebody's income. That would be stupid. If you're open-minded, then you have to know this stuff is possible. That's why we share these stories, because I don't have to share these stories. My businesses are gonna be fine regardless. I can keep this secret and keep opening barbershops left and right. I'd make more money that way. But I'm just trying to inspire you guys, motivate you guys, and share a perspective that doesn't get shared very often. You can build a successful business, a barbershop business. And none of my shops are commissioned. They're all booth rent. All of my barbers can make 6 figures. All of them. And the vast majority of them do. And it's not an accident. We keep doing it over and over and over and over again. I wish, we got guys who were established. We don't get those hires. For some reason, they don't come knocking on our door. But that doesn't mean you can't find help. You see a lot of shop owners, you guys are looking for guys who are amazing barbers, can cut their asses off, already have clientele. You're looking for easy. It's just easy. You don't add no value in that scenario, and then you're wondering why you can't keep barbers, and then you're wondering why you can't find good, hungry, ambitious barbers. You're hiring people who don't need to be hungry. They're already established. The only reason why they're working at your shop is because they need a booth to rent. If you want to be a shop owner who builds a large team that doesn't have a lot of turnover, that is stable, and can charge a premium for booth rent, you have to bring value to the table. You can't just bring furniture to the table. And I get it, my shop owners. You know, a lot of you guys are opening these shops with your life savings. Your name is on the lease. You're taking on all the risk. If shit was to hit the fan like another pandemic, your credit is on the hook, your finances on the hook, your family's well-being is on the hook. So you guys do deserve a cut of the action all day. But most people don't care about you. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Most barbers don't care unless you bring value to their table. That's just human nature. People don't care about other people. Look, I mean, I wish it wasn't that way. But at our shops, we didn't have an issue during the pandemic. A lot of our guys wanted to still pay booth rent. We told them, no, it's cool. We saved up a bunch of money. We don't spend the money that we get from headlines, and we're in a good situation. Don't worry about rent, guys. It was like an argument of, we both care about each other. We just want to make sure we're both good. Ultimately, we decide we'd be fine. You guys don't have to pay rent, right? That's a different conversation than Barber saying, I ain't paying you booth rent because I ain't working. Neither am I. I'm still paying rent because I own a business. I thought you was self-employed. I thought nobody could tell you what to do. Real business owners can't say that shit. Ultimately, man, if you bring value to the table, you got to figure out how to bring value to the table, you know? And I would say you bring value to the table when you can hire someone tomorrow and you know they're going to eat because you built a good business. Not just that, but every person that you want to hire that is hungry, is ambitious, what are they hungry and ambitious for? For growth, for success. They want to get better and better every day. They got goals they want to reach too. See, a lot of shop owners, they want hungry barbers. I always see the promotions looking for hungry, responsible barbers, professional barbers. Think about yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. You're hungry, you're ambitious, you're responsible. Were you all those things to stay stagnant, to cut hair, make good money, pay booth rent, and that's it? Most of these type of people that you want to hire, they want to level up. They want opportunities. They want the opportunity to get better. And so if you're not providing that, people have to leave you to become more successful. So you're gonna have turnover. Shop owners, you're not thinking 5 moves ahead sometimes. If you wanna keep and build a great team, you have to give an opportunity for barbers to win a championship, whatever that championship looks like to them. Even Michael Jordan was threatening to leave the Bulls because he didn't feel like he could win a championship there. Kobe threatened to leave the Lakers because he didn't feel like he could win a championship there. LeBron did it 85 times. No, I'm just playing. I like LeBron. But the best players in the world will leave you if they don't think they can win a championship with you. And so a lot of shop owners, they're only thinking about the championship they want to win. And when they win it, they're good. And then when their star player wants to leave, they're surprised. Like, bro, he wants to win a championship too. What does that look like for your barbers? It's not hard. And make sure you provide an opportunity for people to achieve that. So my shop owners, you have to identify what is success to your team, to your barbers, and offer that. Feel responsible in some way, shape, or form for your team's success. Barbers are the ones, especially if it's commission too. Commission or booth rent, they're the ones that are helping you pay your bills and helping you reach your goals. And barbers, you have to take responsibility and participate in your own rescue. See, shop owners are human. They're not perfect. And most shop owners were not businessmen before they were shop owners. They're learning. If their heart is in the right place, understand you guys are a team building together. When there are barbers in a shop that complain the bathroom's always dirty and they don't pick up shit, you're a grown ass man. Help out a little bit. What does it cost you? Oh, but I pay booth rent. That's not my responsibility. Bro, shut up. Your clients go to that bathroom. People are not perfect. Why would you sit there and let the bathroom be dirty like that for your clients and just waiting for the shop owner to get it clean? If it ain't cleaned and the shop owner's overwhelmed and the shop owner's always had good intent in your success, why the heck don't you pick up the bathroom? You're a grown man, a grown woman. You guys are adults. I can't imagine what your house looks like. Do you teach that to your kids? I didn't do it, so I'm not gonna pick it up. You okay with your kids doing that? Having that mindset? But here's your grown ass coming to work with the same mindset. And listen, you can disagree with me. You can disagree with me. But I know a mindset that I have, and I know how much it's paid to have that mindset. So you can keep yours if you want to, but I'm telling you, I wouldn't allow my kids to have that mindset. Why the hell am I coming to work with that mindset? Man, there's no marketing being done. One of the easiest ways to market the shop is to hold a damn sign outside. You won't do that either, will you? Nah, I pay booth rent here. That's not my responsibility. You ain't doing nothing. Put on some headphones, listen to an audio book, because you need it to grow this, and hold a damn sign outside. 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there. Maybe some of your teammates will swap with you. You guys could do shifts. That was my little rant for today. You need both, guys. That's how we've been able to see these successes. Success leaves clues, guys. I'm sharing this shit with you guys. That's all I got. Listen, pieaccounting.com if you need your finances right. If you wanna build wealth, you wanna get right with the IRS, you wanna be able to buy a house, you wanna have something to show for the money that you're making in this industry, go to pieaccounting.com, schedule a call with us. And then if you need help with developing a system, if you need mentorship, I don't care what you're trying to do, what level you're on. I don't care if you're in barber school or if you own 3-4 barber shops. 6-figure barber mentorship, links are below. See you guys in the next video.